Hello ladies and gentlemen, and back by unpopular lack of demand, it's Liz, and today I'm going to try and teach you something, and not, as you'd expect, how to entice a gerbil into your own arsehole, but that's quite simple. You just tape up the claws, you use a lot of peanut butter, they actually quite like it, but in fact about tactics in World of Tanks, and more specifically the group tactic that people like to type in chat, the all eggs in one basket, all 7 tanks, iron fist, using your DPM and HP pool to basically steamroll the enemy team. So I have decided to flank. We've got 3 mediums flanking, and just pausing here to look at the map, and you can see we've got 3 heavies heading up to the windmill area, we've got 3 mediums that are coming round to the flank, and we've got a TD who's going to support or attempt to support us if we spot anything, but we don't, as a spoiler. So he's not really in a great position. He's in an E4. He's not particularly fast TD, but whatever. So nothing spotted so far, and then heavies start to pop. So I'm expecting to either find campers in their spawn or that they've all gone up to the windmill area. And these 2 IS-7s and the Conqueror on our team have gone up there, play a great game because they really do hold them back. So I'm just pushing up to their spawn. There's nothing spotted so far. I would have seen the campers, so I'm pretty certain that they've all gone to that alleyway, and it is going to be an absolute turkey shoot. They're going to get obliterated. So I move up behind them and I just start laying the fire down. Choose my targets. 183 is the biggest threat because he's got the biggest gun. Go for the HE shot, but don't get it. Kill steal on the IS-7, so that's 1 tank down. And then the 183 is next, and then it's going to be the 215B. We lose an IS-7. Cheeky shit Jag Tiger thinks he can get away with shooting me, but we're going to punish him for that. And there's the 215B gone. And then think about putting one to the Jag Tiger, but E3's 262A is a better target. We'll go for him again. And as you can see, they're not in positions to mutually support each other. They can't distract any of their tanks because they are all in one, locked into one little corner. They've got no way of breaking out. So, you know, 2 minutes have gone by and they are down to 2 tanks. It's an absolute steamroll at this game. And it was just so easy because, you know, they just made such a poor tactical decision. I mean, and this is the Jag Tiger who shot me, cheeky little shit. So I'm going to stick something in his back doors and give it a little wiggle here, just for punishment. So that was the game, you know, all over in 2.5 minutes. And it was just easy. You can see that their tactic of the Iron Fist didn't work. They were completely held up by 3 tanks who played a good game, admittedly, but didn't do a stellar amount of damage. And then basically killed by a couple of mediums who just drove up behind them. It wasn't particularly hard, and you can see that, you know, that was just fucking easy. So anyway, this is a little bit of a different approach in this, because our guys who are supposed to be holding them up, well, they're not very fucking bright. So I tentatively suggest left because I'm a nice guy. And it looks like the team are willing to do that. So we start moving up here, but the IS-7 has other ideas. So he suggests right, but no, everyone's already started going this way, and we're not going to fucking turn around for this guy, not like that. So him and the E50M decide to go off alone, and basically they're going to run into some pretty stiff opposition. Basically the whole enemy team again. The problem is that on this map we are not in a position to mutually support them. You know, it's an alleyway map. There's no field of fire, or there's very little field of fire across to where they are. So Leopard 1 obviously is in one of the positions where you can get shots over, and he gets smacked fucking hard for it. You always like shooting leopards because you know you're going to get your money's worth out of the shots. So obviously 3 tanks spotted, nothing on this side spotted, so I'm expecting that they have all gone to that flank. Indeed they have. So I'm going to try and take the most direct route, which involves paying for a repair kit for my tracks because, you know, YOLO. And I'm going to try and push around and try and cut them off, get some side shots in, because this E50M and this i7 are not going to last long. As you can see, you know, their health is vaporising. They managed to take, well, our Wolf from Traeger takes the Leopard out, and our E50M's gone, and the i7 isn't going to last a lot longer. So as you can see, they've got a fair advantage, you know. They've taken out 2 of our tier 10s for 1 of theirs, but the problem is that they are now fairly unable to break out. We've got decent cover. They've got to expose quite heavily to come and put shots in on us, and again they are just going to get surrounded and battered. There's very little that they can do from this position. They lose their 263, so the scores are now even, and this T30's are going to get fucking vaporised now. He's dead in 2 shots. So yeah, basically this red team is pretty much surrounded now. They've got a heavy tank stopping them coming out of this alleyway. They're trying to push out of there. There's a Patton and an IS7, but we've got a TD on the hill covering them, and fuck you, because of Russia. You know, 275mm pen won't go through the side armour of an IS7, so that's now in the black hole of all the shells that are fired at Russian tanks. IS8 goes, and this E75 is now trying to Circle of Death the Jagdpanzer E100, but because I'm in a position to actually help him, I can then come in and shoot him in the back of the head. So, I mean, this is all over by the shouting now. He's, you know, dead, and we're just chasing down the IS7, and because we're all in a position to surround these guys, put in, you know, crossfires into them, they can't really expose themselves to put shots into us without getting shot from a different direction. So I'm just going to chase down this IS7 now, and that is the game. I mean, the problem with the, you know, the big push with all 7 tanks is that unless you make a big push, unless you just bum rush the guys and just trade your hit points for theirs, you're going to get flanked, and that will happen to you. So hopefully you have learned something. I mean, I have very little to teach apart from, you know, sticking gerbils up your arse. So yeah, so take away from that what you want. So yeah, top on damage and all that crap. So yeah, so you could consider this a guide to fisting the armoured fist, really. So stay safe and go and clean up those crusty socks that are all over your bedroom floor, because they're pretty fucking disgusting now, and if you're not careful they'll be able to walk away on their own. Peace out, people, and I will see you next time. Bye.